No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I think we are here. We are here. We are here. We're here. Let me see. I'm going to try to lower this. Can I lower it? Oh, maybe I could do it this way. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's a whole disaster thing that I have going on. Listen, people, don't judge me. You should have seen me trying to set up. It was crazy. And then buttons weren't working. And then USB ports weren't working. And I'm like, we are not going to give up. We're not doing this. So in the meantime, I am going to check to make sure that everything is on. Let's see. I don't know why, but it says that I'm supposed to be on. It says I'm supposed to be live. Let's see. No, it says that I am. But I don't see it on the channel just yet. Let's see. All right. That's why. Okay. We are good. All right. So in the meantime, it is just going to be us. And I hope that you guys will be a little chatty because why not? And in the meantime, we are going to be hanging out together if we can. And we are going to be listening to a past episode if we can. And I hope we can. All right, let me just make sure because I was messaging just a few people before, but it wasn't like my computer wasn't registering the setup in order to be heard. Everything was quiet and silent, and I'm like, I can't even. And so it took me half an hour to figure it out. So thanks, internet. Thanks, Google. Thanks, whoever and the gods, because, oh my God, that was insane. And let's see. The setup in order to be heard. Everything was quiet and silent, and I'm like, I can't even. And so I just wanted to make sure that we could be heard. Okay, we are good. We are here. Okay, sounds good. Now let me go check the chat to see if anyone else is on. You know what? I'm not going to message a lot of people today. Let's see if people are going to be receiving the message, except I'm going to message my uncle because he's my favorite uncle ever. And I am going to be going back and forth on the chat. But if you did not hear, I had some serious technical difficulties today. It wasn't registering. Nothing. I couldn't hear nothing. And I was stressing out. And then at the end, it's like, I have my setup. What is going on? And what it was a setup, like a button I had to press, just a button. And since I was not pressing the button, I was kind of screwed up. So I wanted to say something while I can. And first of all, I'm very sorry. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks for me. But on the next podcast episode, we're going to be discussing that I'm so grateful that we've reached 1,000 subscribers on the channel. I have been on YouTube for years and years and years, and I understand that some people get on and they have like 10K in a week, and I can't. I was just celebrating each and every subscriber, and I just wanted to say thank you. When you're working hard on your own craft, it's just like, wow. So we're going to go get started because it is kind of late. And we're going to get started with session 11. And this session, there's one that I've been holding on to for a minute, but it's coming. And looking at the podcast, again, I know that I was trying my best to do once a week and just things happened. So I do apologize. And I do have some things, I haven't even recorded them, but I have topics that we're going to be discussing. But looking at the podcast, 166,000, it says 0.1,000. So is that 100? I think that's 100 or one. I don't even know anymore. But I just wanted to say thank you. So let's listen to session 11. In session 11, we're going to talk about prohibitions on readings. Are they forever? I want you to know when this came out. It came out on Monday, April 2nd. 2018. And I remember I was so excited listening to these, and I'm still probably going to be cringing on the sound quality, but the message is still, let's figure it out. So I'm going to grab my notebook while we're starting to play this so that we can start having a grasp on this episode and get ready to discuss. You ready? Let's go for it.
You're listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, Session 11.
Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast, where positivity and spirituality create an enhanced life's journey with the wisdom of Ifa and Orisha. I am your host, Iya Omileti Olubumi.
Welcome to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. I am happy to be here with you today. This is exciting because the episodes are going into the 2 digits. And a huge thank you to you as we now have over 2,250 downloads. Woo! So thank you for your messages. For many of you who have joined our community, it is you who makes Orisha Wisdom Community the amazing place that it is. If you want to learn more about our community, no worries, they will be in the show notes. So please don't stop what you're doing, especially if you're driving. Dive right in. When people are finding these traditions, some have either never have had a reading before, or they have had readings and are addicted to them, to say the least. And they will come every week or every other week or once a month if they can, just so they can get their reading. There is just one little caveat with this. And what is this? Well, in our traditions, you will get something called taboos or prohibitions. Things that you can or cannot do when you go and get that reading. I find that you will get many more taboos within the Lukumi traditions rather than traditional Isheshe. The messages of the same Odu are a bit differently interpreted, and they are also delivered differently. Not bad, just different. So let's go back to this person who loves to get readings, and now they go to this priest. They take out their money and go through their reading. Their mind is blown with all of the new information that they got magically because you never told that to anybody, and now you have confirmation of this that you're getting a reading from. And then, close to the end, what comes through? A laundry list. A laundry list of don'ts or prohibitions or taboos. And then they're sitting there like, what? I can't do this now. I have to eat this or not eat this. I have to dress in this color and I can't dress in this color. And they're sick to their stomachs. They're thinking, oh my God, my life is going to end. How am I going to make all of these changes? This is terrible. I come here to get my reading on, and now I can't do this or that or this or that. Why did I even do this? Okay, here is a story for you. When I was very young, I think I was about 20, maybe 21. Okay, it was around there. I went to a reading with Ifa. Actually, it was my very first reading with Ifa. I was told to
This was
wear
really
white
far, by the way.
by the babalao who was casting for me. He said, it's going to be good for you. Honestly, I was freaking out. Why? Because everything in my wardrobe was basically black, blue, black, white, black with blue, black with white. I think I had a black and red, not sure, or black, black. Basically, my whole closet was black. There was a lot of blacks and blues, really. I don't even think I owned any other colors back then. But either way, I was freaking out. I didn't know to ask anything, whether this was forever, like for life, or just for a short time. At the time that I got this reading, white clothes were not very common and you couldn't find them easily. At least I couldn't find them easily.
I remember that was hard, finding white stuff.
We were definitely in the black clothing state of fashion at that time. I tried to find my white clothes, and I was not very successful and didn't buy anything online at that time because that was like a gazillion years ago. And I was only told that it was good for me to wear white, but I didn't know the why. I was given other taboos as well, which didn't matter to me because I wasn't doing them anyway, so I didn't care to ask about those. Because this was my first reading, I was really freaked out. I just wanted to be all reverent and quiet, and I thought that this is what I had to be when I sat down for a reading. I did begin to get those whites, but my world eased a bit when I did ask the question. Mind you, this was months later, and he said that an energy doesn't stick around forever, that I was going to be okay. I was able to breathe a little easier. Fast forward to now, I find that when it comes to readings, there will be always a list of things that you should and should not do. I mean, this is why you go to get a reading in the first place, to get advice on your to-dos or not to-dos for whatever it is that you're going to. Let's call it the matter at hand. I'm going to give you a key that will help you in figuring out whether you should adhere to this taboo and for how long. Number one, definitely adhere to whatever the taboos are given. Always do, even if some of them are very difficult. Why? When an Odu comes out for you, it is being read on that energy that is surrounding you and the challenges that you're having at that time. Here's the kicker. Normally, this energy will last about 21 days. It could be more, could be less, but as a rule of thumb, on a regular reading, it's about 21 days. However, some of these taboos will encompass your entire life or a big chunk of it. Again, here comes the question. How long should you adhere to your taboos for? Okay, let's break them down for a little bit. When it comes to a behavioral taboo, you have to look at the why it is given to you. If you're being told, for example, I don't know, not to be so negative, then this is a behavioral change that you should employ for the rest of your life, as it will be something very positive for you in the end, not just for 21 days. But you know what? You could use those 21 days to help you get started in the plan to not being so negative in this case. especially if you keep getting readings on a similar message. You should not be so negative. You should think more positively. Ifa says that you should not cry in misery. Then maybe, it's a
lot of us
recurring theme for
have
you.
gotten that, right?
You need to start picking these things up. Then maybe it's time to do the work, buckle down, and stop being so negative. Now, what if they tell you something like, you can't eat pinto beans? Then I would look at that as temporary. But here is a ninja tip for you. If you get a taboo, ask the diviner whether this is permanent. Oh my goodness, this would have saved me so much grief in trying to sort out my readings. I mean, think about it. If that's the case, I would have to wear white every day. I wouldn't be able to eat a whole bunch of food or do a whole bunch of anything. Now, what if the diviner just answers you right off the bat and says, yes, this is permanent. This is what you have to do. And it's just a reading. Because you might get someone who will tell you, well, right here, this Odu is saying X, Y, and Z. So don't eat this again. Don't wear red. And don't do this forever.
I feel like
if
doing
that is
evil
the
laugh.
case and you got something like you can't wear red, you have to wear white, or whatever it is, here's part number 2 of the same ninja tip. Ask him or her to ask whether this taboo is temporary, whether this prohibition that you're getting is only for the energy, time that is surrounding you right now. And be honest. Ask him or her if the taboo is only for a short period of time. And then ask him to ask for how long, or her. There is usually a time to ask questions in a reading, and this is a good time to ask those questions. Don't worry if that priest has never been asked that request before. He or she will cast divination and ask your question. When it comes to readings, it doesn't have to be the same strength as when it is an Ita reading. Are you going like, what? Now, all right, I'll explain. A reading is, am I okay reading? A reading is an am I okay reading, checking to see if things are okay in my house, spiritually, job, etc. Or if I'm seeking help for a problem that I'm having, a job, marriage, situation with children, whatever it is. That is a reading. That will encompass just an area, a certain period of time. It is not forever. An Ita reading is a reading that comes with initiation, or when you receive an Orisha, like Kariocha or the Hand of Ifa. Whenever you get this type of reading, then there's a lot more strength in what is being said at that point when it comes to taboos, prohibitions, etc.
I'm going to pause it for a second. Hold on a second. Okay. So I was taking some notes as we were going by. And first of all, thank you for the people who have joined us live. If you have not caught us live and you're listening to it again, welcome. Thank you for listening and for watching. So here's the thing. Let me tell you, I was stressing out earlier. And then on top of the being stressed out, I was dying of starvation. But I got myself a very nice treat, which is actually canned fruit. And oh my God, it's so good. I guess it's hitting the spot. Let's talk about this. I agree and disagree on some things. I mostly agree with everything that has been told. Readings is basically 2 things. Am I okay? It's a general checkup and or fix an issue. A reading is temporary, the energy that's there. However, Now let's talk about the howevers. However, if a theme or a message keeps coming out, this is where I fully agree. Maybe we need to take a look at it. For example, we did in the episode, changing your negative attitude. That may come up. There are autos that talk about how you speak and how you deal with certain things. We have free will. We have the choice whether to listen to that advice or not. We have it. I know people that are okay, I'm in the comments. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go right to it. Hi there. Oh my God. Bendiciones from everybody and blessings to all of us because we all need it. So here's the thing. I'm gonna go to that. What is definitely certain is that the ita is permanent. That's por vida, for life. That is a definite. However, there are certain things that will come up in a reading that you could either take it or not. So I once went to a reading and I wanted to do something. I wanted to get a tattoo at some point. It came out when for that reading. I had not asked because one, I didn't have the money. And what I wanted was something. And I didn't want a little something. And I was going to, pero le tengo miedo. I'm so scared. I'm petrified. I almost got one when I was young. I remember I once went to Puerto Rico and somebody asked his friend if he could give me a tattoo, and it was going to be for free. It was for free by an artist. And I was like, I was such a chicken. I was such a chicken. I'm still a chicken, but I will stand on my 10 little toes that I'm a chicken. Anyhow, and in a reading many years later, it came up. If you're to get it, it's a regular reading. I came in for an issue. And one of the things that came up were you can't get a tattoo right now. And I'm like, it doesn't matter because I don't got money. Like, it's not going to matter. I just don't have the money for it. So you can say whatever you want. I don't have money. And the Baba is looking at the shells and he's like, well, and I'm like, oh, fudge. And I'm like, what now? Well, that might be a forever thing. I'm like, fuck. So, from what I understand, that's the only time it's ever come up for me. But one thing that you should take a look at, if there is a certain advice, here's the thing. If you turn left and all of a sudden you want to turn right and you don't make that right, you could die. You might be thinking about, holy hell, do I turn down the block here or am I going to die? So I that was probably not the best example, but it's more like something that you could be changing and working on a regular basis. Don't do that one. That one's not going to come out. But, like changing your attitude, wearing more white, covering your head in white. That could come up for a reading. And I've gotten those too in my personal life. And I remember even in the start of this episode, it said my closet was like all black and blue with sparkles of red. Like, I didn't have light nothing. Not a light blue, definitely not a purple, definitely no pink, definitely no girly colors. That's why I think my mom, she adores me now. She's like, you're the girl I always wanted. Gee, thanks, Mom. And hold on, I'm going to mute this for a second. And the challenge is that sometimes it's for your own good. So I remember early on I was told, if you can, wear white or light colors as often as you can. And I'm like, I ain't got shit. And well, I didn't tell him that. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't have it. And I think he saw it. And it's like my face is quite expressive. Like, I just don't have it. And he's like, well, try, because this is keeping you in a certain state of mind. This also attracts certain things. Because I was in such a bad state of mind, meaning that I was very angry all the time. And I was, even with all the shit that I'm going through right now, I was angrier back then. I was just angry at the world. So it wasn't like the best place for me to be. And I started making little changes. And then like a lot of people wear white on your head, like cover your head. And I think sometimes just that small action of covering your head, it's like, okay, I need to kind of focus and cover my energy, and I need to and all of a sudden you switch into another state of mind. Here's the thing. I know someone who is crowned Obatalar. And I'm not going to say who the father is because a lot of people know this person. And she expressed to me how angry she was when her Ita mandated her to dress in white all the time for the rest of her life. That she didn't take well. And she did it now. Like, I met her when she had many, many years in Ocha at that point. But it is different when now that's it. You're told this is it now. I don't know about this person, but I'm going to ask the question. Maybe, what if she got 20 readings prior and consecutively, and a lot of times you should wear more white, you should cover your head, you got to mellow out. Whenever you're really stressed out, this came out for me, whenever you're really stressed out, wear white. If there's something going on, cover your head. If you're going cover your head. Try to make that into a habit. What if she was told that and then that wasn't a habit, and now she has to wear white for the rest of her life? So, Ita, forever. A reading is temporary, but it might have some life advice in there. Okay, now I'm going to address what's on the chat. Truth Teacher 2007. Mwah, what's up? How about not eating coconut? You know that's hard for a Jamaican. Jamaican only? Let me tell you. We put that shit in everything. Okay, he continues. By the way, I wasn't told that in a reading. Someone told me that in general, abolishes shouldn't do it. Aborishas, right? Is that what you meant, aborishas? Okay, here's the thing. I eat coconut. I'm like you, even though I thought I was initiated. Even when I did, I still ate coconut because that wasn't in my ita. Here's something that I choose not to eat, which is pumpkin. And I know something was in it that had pumpkin seeds, and it was the only thing, and I was starving and I ate it. Even though I don't have any taboos for me not to right now. Because a lot of the things that we do come with, the pumpkin. Like the pumpkin you can give to pretty much every Orisha. And it's very sacred in our traditions. So as a respect, I don't do it. Coconut? No. However, so I sat down with my godfather. I'm going to tell you what he told me. He said, if you're using something for an ebo, let's say you're getting a head rogation with the coconut, right? Let's say you're getting that and you have that on your head. I wouldn't eat coconut like for 3, 4, 5 days afterwards. And that's just it. That's the main ingredient. I wouldn't do it. Not that it's going to be abolished forever. It's like you treat it respectfully. So if I did a rogation, I don't know, with coffee, I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying that as an example, people, do not eat me. But let's say I'm putting a coffee rogation because that's what needed to be done. I'm not drinking coffee for the next many days because it was used to heal me in some way. So here's another school of thought that after you become a priest, anything that was used in that initiation, you will not eat for the rest of your life. I don't agree with this, but here we are. Okay? All right. Let's continue. But I just wanted to pause that because sometimes people are like, okay, don't smoke, for example. Don't smoke may come up in a reading. You should really curb or try to quit. I ain't going to quit. It's not any that. And then by the time you get to Ocha, you are dying of emphysema. Now you really got to quit. So you were told in advance, you could have made some changes when, I love it, autocorrect. I just saw that. I get it, don't worry. So now we go abolishes, don't worry. So I'm an abolish just like you. I love that. So yeah, we do a lot of things and it's our choices. And we're kind of told like, maybe you should curve this. Maybe you should curve the other. Maybe you should curve that. And then we don't. But then by the time that ita comes, that's it. That's it. The ita should be called that's it. That's it. That's all there is. All right, peoples, let's continue. Because this one's not that bad. We only got 15 minutes of a podcast to go. Unless we chop it and talk about it.
Also, different types of readings, which I will mention, which the energy surrounding them would be a bit different than the 21 days kind of rule of thumb that I mentioned before. For example, the reading of the year. That energy lasts, well, all year. A reading for marriage. That energy surrounds this marriage. It could be for a whole lifetime. A reading for a business. That energy surrounds the lifetime of that endeavor. A reading for another process, like going to college, grad school, I don't know, traveling around the world with your puppy. That energy will, if you're going to go for that reading, then that energy will surround that. These are not readings that I am speaking of, as no matter what comes out in those readings, that energy that comes out in the Odin will just surround that endeavor for the duration of that activity, issue, phase in your life, or endeavor that you're going through. Let's go back for a bit. Let's go back to the that readings. Well, that type of reading is definitely permanent. Everything that you get in an ita is permanent for the rest of your life, which is why you may see some priests that have to dress in white all the time, day and night, job or not, for the rest of their lives, and other types of prohibitions, because this may have come out for them in one of those important readings. When it comes to prohibitions that come out in a regular reading, I don't want you to feel as though it's a jail cell sentence for you to do or not to do. For example, if they tell you you cannot drink alcohol, well, find out if that means that you can't drink at all or you cannot get drunk, because they're two different things. But really adhere to whatever comes out. Again, when you come into a reading, you have to know that you can ask questions of what is around you. Because it's a little different if you just take everything as face value and don't ask questions. You may not understand, for example, why you had to dress in white. I understood it many years later, but I really wish I would have been told. Maybe I would have found, a lighter colored shirt and not stressed over those whites if it would have explained to me that, I was in a dark place and sometimes the change of clothes helps to kind of lift me up and to, put me in a happier state of life. Maybe if I would have been told that, I would have said, oh, but I have a light purple, whatever. Maybe I'll wear this around the house to help me get started. So ask questions. Here are a few actionables for you, because I love actionables. I love things that I can do right now to help me Nothing too complicated. So here are 4 things that you can do right away when it comes to a reading. If you're going to a reading, we're not talking about an ita, we're not talking just a reading. Number 1, arm yourself with a pen and paper. You don't want to write? Ask if you could record the session.
Okay, we're going to pause that. We're going to pause that right now. Right this second, we're going to pause it. Oh, yes. Okay. This is something we need to talk about. Okay. This is what I'm learning now. Back then, we came armed with a pen and paper. And now, I am about it. Why is that? Almost every important reading that I've gotten, even if it's a reading, someone else is taking the notes for me so that I can focus. And when I got my hand of Ifa, their flabbers were gasted when I was going to just, okay, go ahead. And they're like, hell no. Now, for a reading, especially when you have an issue, I think it is so important for you to have someone else to take those notes for you. If so, then ask to see if it could be recorded so that you could take the notes later. I cannot stress right now the importance of that fact, because for me, I don't know how you take notes. I have no idea. Me, I'm a beast taking notes. A beast. And I don't write shorthand, but I take just an insane amount of notes. And I don't even know how I do it, but you're off talking about something and I'm still writing notes from back then as I'm writing notes of before. Like I separate them in my notebook so I can get as much down, which means I'm not concentrating in what's going on because I am focused on grabbing every piece of information and putting it on a piece of paper because I want to remember it later. So when you go to a reading, I cannot tell you, do not take notes on your own if you don't have to. Record it if you can. Most priests will allow this. Record it so that you could take notes later so that you can freaking focus, because that time they can tell you something that, that time they could tell you something that can just switch on your brain and change your life. But you're not going to be changing your life when you're busy taking notes. So again, I don't know how you take notes, but I take notes in a way that I want to remember. But if I'm trying to do that, I am not able to do that and be there fully in mind and spirit. I don't know what people are going to say. Y'all could disagree with me all you want. I still bring a pen and paper, but not that I'm going to be taking notes. So just wanted to tell you, just wanted to put it out there. Let me look at the chat. Okay. Hey, Baba Bendición, I see you. All right, let's go.
Write down everything that you can, even if you do not know how to spell it. Don't worry about it. Write everything down.
I agree with that, but later.
Write down the prohibitions and advice. The quickest way that I will advise for this to be done, write down the words taboo or a big letter P in front of the line that they're telling you that you have a prohibition about, because you'll be able to pick it out, as usually there is way more advice than prohibitions. So you get advice, prohibitions. You put a big P or taboo or just a symbol to know this is a prohibition. Okay. And like I said, you'll be able to quickly find it. So this will be good as you're starting to take notes and, make it kind of readable for you to go back and check out to see what's going on quickly. So that's a good one. Number 3, During that time of asking questions, ask, is this taboo temporary? For 21 days, for example. It may be that you have to dress in white for just a week until you get started. It will become more for you, because if you get something, for example, that you can't eat pork and you love pork, this might be an issue if you're not going to eat pork for the rest of your life.
For my coconut people.
So it is best to be thorough in your own reading. Just ask, for how long? It's probably going to be temporary, but just ask for how long. All right, number 4. If you get behavioral taboos, it is best to add them to the list of behaviors that you must work on, as these always pile on top of each other to make you a better human being. So if it comes out that you have to stop gossiping, and gossip, oh, you love it. It feeds you. Don't ask whether it's just going to be for 21 days. Come on. Because deep inside, you know that you shouldn't be doing that anyway. And the truth is, you don't want to constantly have to go to readings, to doing different variations of the same ebo, because you haven't taken care of your behavioral changes. Buckle down, do the work. For example, stop gossiping. And the other one we mentioned, then stop being negative. Just start working on it. Don't even ask. This is not the ones we're asking about. We all have to work really, really hard at being better every day. And not perfect. I said better. So remember, we'll go back. Okay, just to review, here are the 4 steps. Number 1, arm yourself with the pen and paper. Go prepared to any reading that you go to. Number 2, write down everything that you got, your advice, your taboos.
Remember, we already spoke about this. I'm not sure about this.
Number 3, during that time, ask your questions. For how long am I to do this?
I agree with that.
Number 4, if you get behavioral taboos and prohibitions, just stick to it. Get them done. Work on it.
Yeah.
Just do them. Don't even ask if it's temporary. Just do them. You know, readings are there to help you progress and to move forward. And sometimes the same recurring message will continue to just come back and haunt you, like that song that the cat came back this very next day. And it's bad, because you will start seeing a pattern of the same odu. And I mean, just do the work and get it over with so you can move to a new phase in your life and maybe have much better readings and less taboos and less ebos if you're just working on what you need to work on. Very important. The messages that you're getting, as well as the prohibitions, are not there as a punishment.
I think that's good advice.
They're not there to punish you in any way, but they're given to you to help you move forward at the time that you come to the mat or in front of the oracle to ask. So at that time, this is the message that you need to hear in order to help you move forward. We are all on this journey together, and we're all here to just be better versions of ourselves. None of us come here being perfect. We were perfect before we got here, but then we forgot all about it, and we got bad habits, which we now have to spend our life working on. But we're all here trying to embrace our faith, trying to find inner peace, fulfillment, and all those wonderful things, but most of all, to be better versions of ourselves. It's interesting because we are doing this as a community, but each person, each journey is very individual to the person that's right next to you. Be sure to walk with your supportive brothers and sisters so that we all can reach our spiritual goals together. So when it comes to readings and it comes to taboos, please don't do what I did and freak out and stay quiet and wonder, when am I going to be able to do XYZ, or cry over the fact that I am never going to wear black ever again. Don't do that. It's not a punishment. We are all here working on things together, but you have to do your own individual work. So when it comes to prohibitions, no, for a regular reading, it's probably not a whole lifetime working thing if you can't drink coffee, for example, or eat pork, like we discussed. But maybe it's something you have to adhere to. And if you get a really good priest, they will tell you the pataki that goes along with it so that you can start seeing some of the reasoning that goes behind this taboo. And you honor it for a set period of time. And then you work on what you have to work on behaviorally and spiritually, and you continue on your journey. So remember, taboos are not horrible punishments, and everything is here together to help you on your journey, to help you become a better version of you, not to make your life horrible, impossible, and gloomy. We have reached the end of this session. I thank you so much for spending some of your time with me and hanging out with me, really. If you're listening and you feel that you are alone on this journey, or that you're the only one in your immediate group who loves Orisha and they don't understand what you're going through, do not worry. Join our Facebook community, the Orisha Wisdom Community, at facebook.com/groups/Orisha Wisdom. And I know it's a bit long, but don't worry. I will add this to the show notes at www.orishawisdom.com/session11. While I am here, I have a special announcement. We are working on a very special workshop coming up very, very soon. It is called Okunrin.
Oh my God.
Obinrin.
We're not doing that ever again. We're not doing that.
Woman. It's going to be a
We're not doing
live
it.
workshop on the roles of men and women in our traditions. And this is very exciting as it's going to be live, a live online workshop. So no need to travel and get babysitting, be on a hotel and do all that stuff. So if you are not part of the Orisha Wisdom mailing list, head on over to orishawisdom.com, sign up there, join our mailing community there, and I will send out information as we get closer, which is actually going to be very, very soon. And I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I am very excited about this event and would love to have you join us live. So don't worry about the details of all of these links that I have mentioned. Just go to the show notes at orishawisdom.com/session11. And with that, may all of your elevated ancestors and all Orisha bless you immensely. Until next time, Odabo.
Thank you for listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. Be sure to check out the show notes at orishawisdom.com.
All right, everybody. Let me tell you, I was cracking up because I was trying to charge my phone and I used the same charger to my computer, but I forgot I had like this,
Remember,
the camera, the other,
wisdom
and
of
I'm like,
Ifa
oh
and
crap, I
Orisha
think I
is
just
all
screwed up.
around us.
But I figured it out.
Be blessed.
Listen,
until next
we're
time.
not doing the Okunrin, Obinrin. Okunrin is man, Obinrin is woman. We're not doing that no more. Looking back, maybe someday I will share it more as having everybody to critique it with me, because during that time, looking back at what was said there is that men had a certain role and women had a certain role. And looking back, I'm embarrassed that I put this out, because it put me in such a subservient role that that's not what womanhood is. And even though we are entrusted for raising our children and for doing this, I'm not your slave nor subservient. So I don't believe in that anymore. And I wanted to share something, since we all kind of started basically more than half an hour late. I wanted to share something. I'm going to back up. You see this? You see how big this poster is? Okay. I want you to keep that in mind, because it's big. Big. Look at this. All right. So I have something new that I actually put up this week. And it's that size, but this poster. Oh, wait. It would help if I put it right side up. It says, Ebo gives karma a little help. So I printed out a smaller version, and I put, I laminated it so that it would be easier for me to carry. I want you to take a look at this. So this poster, by the way, I drew that. Someone made fun of me for this, and I love it. Damn it. Love the Elegba or Eshu, depending on how you look at it. So take a look at this. This is a new, it's like a package, and it comes in that size. So you see this in this size, okay? But that's not it. That's not all that comes. So this is what I wanted to share. I'm very excited. I haven't done, I think I did one little video on it this week, but it comes with the following. Take a look. Ready? These are 3x3. Look, Obatala. Let me do it this way so I could keep it in order. Ochun. Veggies are so cute. Oba. Ochosi. Alegba. Look how cute. I know. He's one of my cutest and favorites. Ogun. Chango. Yemaya. Yemonja, for those who want to, whatever, you know. Orumila, for my awos and apetebis out there. Oh, he came out gorgeous. Oya, ekwayariyansa oya. And obaluaye. I want you to know, each of these stickers, each alone, is $3. Just each, because they're big, they are on vinyl. It's awesome. So this and this poster, and I'm just going to use the image, the little one, so you guys can see, even though it's going to come in a big one. It's over $62 if you buy it separately. And I wanted to let you know that it's finally on Etsy for $44.99, and that's including free U.S. shipping. Pa que lo sepan. So you guys know about it. So you know what? You want your stickers to put it on your computer, on your car, on your whatever. Go get it. I put the link down there and get it. On Etsy, it is called Ebo Gives Karma a Little Help poster plus 12 Orisha sticker set. It does say like a Legba issue wall art, Afro-Caribbean Lukumi spiritual gift. So I wanted to let you know that this is out there. It's gorgeous. I mean, these are even bigger than most of my stickers, which I sell. I mean, this sticker can probably easily sell for $5 just because it's 3x3. It's huge as hell. And you'll get 12 plus a large one. And I'm just going to use the little one so that you guys can see. You get these 12 and this poster. So I hope you guys get it. I put out a lot of work. I sit there and I think about our community, but it doesn't work if I don't get support. And I don't want donations. I want to work for my stuff. I want to work for my living. I want to stand on my own 2 feet. And I came up recently with a video, and I promise there's a reason why all of this, that I would rather stand on my own 2 feet than live from the backs of others and the work of others. So I'm offering something. I hope you guys will take it and enjoy it. And I think it's really dang cool. But I also wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me for about an hour. And again, I'm sorry, I came in a little too late, but I figured it out. And at least I wasn't moving a mic around. So what did you guys think? Let me know. And what do you guys think about the, oh wait, because I put it back in my little envelope because I'm carrying it with me. I'm saying I'm going to do videos when I'm out and about. I just haven't been able to. So what do you think about these? Do you want to see them again? So we have Obatala, Oshun. Yeah, they're big. Ibeji. Oba. Ochosi. Alegba. Yeah, get cute. He's so cute. Oh, wait. I keep putting them like wrong side down. Hold on a second, because I like to keep them in an order. Elegua. Ogun. Shango. Yemoja. Yemaya. Orunla. Orumila. Oya. And honestly, I think I need to start putting stickers all over my laptop. I've been doing things in the public library and I'm looking at other people's laptops and I'm jealous because mine is so plain. And I'm like, I make stickers. I should put one of my own stickers on it. So get it. The link is on the chat. I put it there for you guys. I wanted to say thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this chat. And maybe we can continue it on social media on this because a lot of people get very confused on readings and what is temporary and what is forever. And we don't need to do that. And we shouldn't also approach Orisha with such stress. Just saying. All right, everybody. I just wanted to say thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for coming and to giving me some of your time. Mwah. For my patrons, I did not go in there today because I gave the link for here. I wanted to thank all of my brand new patrons, and even if it is whatever it is, I am so thankful for you. And for those of you who have ordered some stuff and stickers from me this week, thank you so much. They will be going out most likely by tomorrow. All of the stuff will be going out. By latest, it'll be out on Saturday. All right. And I wanted to let you know that we will be back here again next week for all of the mothers. I love you. And if your children haven't told you that, I love you. I know what it is to go through 10 months of bodily trauma plus taking care of children and dealing with the shit they give. Try to be the best child you can be for your mothers if you have them. If not, light them a little candle. Even if they weren't the best mother in life, you don't know their story. And I just wanted to say, I love you. I'm grateful for you. And may all your spirit guides, may they come to your aid. May you be open to communicating with them so that you can elevate into a higher level spirit. And may you learn all the lessons you need to learn in this lifetime, because shit, we don't want to do this shit again. At least not the same lessons. All right, everybody. Mwah. Love you. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Orisha Wisdom Podcast. And then we got to exit. Show notes somehow.